What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tony Bellew, Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk. Get this. Tony Bellew reacts to Usyk accepting the 30% to fight Fury. And this is what he had to say. He said, "You can't not respect this man. Sells himself and his 3 out of 4 belts well short. He does this because he wants to be the best and also help his country." Those are the words of Tony Bellew, and let me counterpunch. Okay, well, we do know the relationship between Tony Bellew and Oleksandr Usyk. First, there's the angle. Then you have to recognize the relationship. And the relationship is pretty much the angle. Like, okay, how do they gel? Well, Oleksandr Usyk knocked out Tony Bellew in 8 rounds in their fight. Very good fight. Very game fight. Tony Bellew showed his shit. He showed why he was who he was in the sport when he was doing it. Okay? Very good fighter taking on a special fighter. And him replying to this 30%, you can't do nothing but respect Usyk. That's why it's hard not to like him. Even the Fury fans, bro. I'm going live in about an hour, all right? And what I noticed that, a lot of Fury fans are starting to understand, like, yo, this dude is the real fucking deal. He's not that guy that just talks and barks and no bite and no action and just, you know what I mean? He's walking. He's just doing more than talking, okay? And for him to do that, he had to believe in himself to do that. He had to believe in something bigger than himself, And that well short part, 3 out of 4 belts, nobody else would have done that. Nobody would have done that because, that's a thing where it's a bullshit offer, and then it's damn near a crime to offer of a unified champion 30% out of a 70% purse of whatever the fuck it is. Plus the Ring magazine. So basically you got the Ring magazine, the IBF, WBA, and the WBO. And then you're taking 30% compared to somebody's WBC because he beat Deontay Wilder. Like, how do you measure that? But it just shows you that when a fight wants to be made and the desire is there between both guys, especially one guy, and all you need to do is give that one guy an option and he took it, that's power, baby. And see, understand this too. The relationship between Tony Bellew and Oleksandr Usyk, it's simple. Tony Bellew became a believer, okay? And it's just almost like Ortiz was knocked out by Deontay Wilder. Then Ortiz has everything else good to say about Wilder, like, oh, he will destroy any other fighter. Because that's what normally happens. When you knock out a guy that's been determined, that's been undefeated, that's been skilled, that's been this, that's been that, and then he takes you out, you automatically, a lot of times, though, if there's no ego behind them, you become a fan of that fighter. You jump on the bandwagon of that fighter. Not saying Tony is not on that bandwagon, but what he's talking on that bandwagon, on the back of that truck, is he telling the truth? And he is. See, you have to understand that and respect that if you're an Usyk fan or not. Hell, if you're a fan of boxing, if you're a fan of the greater good of boxing, you're going to respect what Oleksandr Usyk did because he put it all on the line. He didn't have to do that shit. He could have fought his mandatories because that's his job primarily. Unifications trump mandatories, but then here's the thing. Mandatories are exactly what you're supposed to be doing, having your belts at hand. So I do agree with Tony Bellew. You guys tell me what you think of him and his reaction to the acceptance of the 30% from Tyson Fury to Oleksandr Usyk. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!